Yo, my people, it's your boy Bouncer. Guys, we are here with the one and only Danny Press Play, man. This guy is the GOAT behind a lot of drill artist success. Like, when I say the GOAT, because I think in our industry, we don't like to give people our flowers, and I feel like people just overlook, like this, like, how many millions of views have you been involved in, bro? Forget about the streams, just tell me the views on YouTube.
Nah, the views is involved in personally.
Yeah.
Like the channel's got over 1 billion, nearly 2 billion. But personally, me, I would say like at least like half a billion, like 500 million. Like
nah, that is
close to.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah. Like that's some. Like I remember meeting you, bro. Like you own a music YouTube channel that has 1.75 million subscribers on it, and you're still out here on the block filming music videos.
Yeah, come on. Do you know what it is? I got in it. It was never for business. It was just like, it was more of a passion when I first started.
Just briefly, just talk to me about that whole concept. Like, what made you want to build a music platform? What was that?
Do you know what it is? At the time, I think it was SBTV days. He's like from my area.
R.I.P. man,
yeah,
R.I.P. Jamal man.
And yeah, he was from my area, and I used to see him always filming. He was active. I remember even seeing like the first artist I ever saw even come to the ends was Krypton Conan. I think they came down and they did a freestyle in like a little car park.
Yeah.
Back then, and then he was even inviting me, oh come roll, like, because I told him I'm interested in filming. I was at a youth club back then.
Okay.
So yeah, it was just like a hobby. Back then there was no like, it weren't like, yeah, do a channel, it could blow up. YouTube, no channels.
How long ago was that? 2000 and what?
I think I started it when I was in year 8, so like 2008.
2008?
Yeah, I had the idea. Like,
okay.
I started,
yeah.
I say 2009, 2010 is when I was, and it was never called Press Play, it was called something else. Them times, he was trying to come up with some mad names, like it was called like Street Zone TV.
Was it?
Yeah, so.
And then how long did you start actually uploading that proper, did you go from, was it just freestyles?
Yeah, it was like live freestyles.
Okay.
So like, see now everything's pre-recorded, everything's monitored properly, structured.
Yeah.
Back then it was just literally just turn on the camera in an alleyway, press record, film the artist, go home, put a little intro in front of it, and that's it.
That was it, no editing?
There'll be wind blowing in the background, you might not hear the artist for like 20 seconds.
No way.
Yeah, it used to be like 1.5 minutes long. He used to just post anything them times.
Wait. I need 30 seconds of your time, guys. I am building the fastest growing music community. Link in description. School. There's up and coming music artists, there's A&Rs, there's up and coming managers. We are building an ecosystem. Now, link in description. All you have to do is fill in your details and you will be accepted. Whoosh. When did it start? When did you start, like, things start changing? How many years in when the scene started growing, then it started getting structured the way how we're seeing it now?
You know what, I feel like there's different milestones in the journey that we had. Yeah. Because when I started, it was just round about the end era of grime.
Okay.
So the artists that I looked up to film, and it was people like Tinchy Strider, Gets, Rough Squad. Yeah. So they was the artists that I was like, oh, I'm trying to get on my channel.
And that was hard. Were they hard to get?
I got them.
Yeah.
But they was like, do you know what it is? Back then, I don't think the industry was as bougie. Like when I mean bougie, I mean that they was more helpful. The big artists were much more helpful to help people. Like I would message Tinchy Strider on like Facebook or Twitter and be like, can I get a shout out? And he'll be like, yeah, come, I'll travel all the way from Northwest London to East London just to film tiny Tinchy Strider to say, shout out Press Play for 10 seconds and upload it.
Sure down.
Yeah, so they was more like...
That's growth, isn't it? That's growth in the scene.
Yeah. They was more open to helping.
Yeah. But you can see now, like, it's hard to even... Obviously, there's a big scene now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's massive.
So, and it's important, artists, everyone has to protect their mental health in terms of how many people have access to them and how many, how many people ask you for things. So it is
But I'm sure a
It's
lot of
much-
artists on the spot, they see things and you're like, oh, can you shout out my thing? A lot of artists, they're worth millions now,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
So in their head, they're like, they're not gonna do it. But
There's a lot.
There's
I
a
do
lot more
understand
happening,
why-
innit?
Yeah. But they will. I'm just saying, like the scene was more open to working together.
No, 100%.
And building it up.
You see that.
Which I understand. Once you've built the foundation and you go higher and higher and higher, things kind of change a bit. People's mentality change. But
how long did it take? Quickly, how long did it take to get to your first 10,000 subscribers? Cause that there for me is like, subscribers are. I know YouTube are they're the hardest.
Yeah.
YouTube's the hardest thing to grow. Like unless, it's so easy to do this. You know, they do this mimic relationship and give out an iPhone on the streets. Them things blow up. But it's so hard for a real YouTube channel to grow.
Yeah. No, it was. I mean, look, I've been doing it since 2008.
Whew,
That's
16 years.
Yeah. Majority of them, like I said, I was in year 8 when I
16 years
started.
graft.
Literally, and only recently would I say have I getting the benefits.
It really blew up around Plugged In.
Nah, before.
Okay.
Before, it blew up around when the drill era came out.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if you're familiar, but you know, like artists like Moscow 17, Zone 2, obviously you know Quang in it.
Yeah.
But when it was Zone 2, when it was like 410, when BT, Rendo, Skengdo, and AM, like when drill was getting.
I was in jail, but I heard BT, Rendo, and Skengdo, like they were really
like making noise.
Yeah, were making noise, innit? They had hot songs.
Yeah, it was them, it was Harlem. It was when Harlem was together, like when Lowski, Blanco, Mizo Mac wasn't in jail, when they was all together.
Yeah.
I think when the drill era actually like blew up, before all like the TikTok stuff, so before TikTok, before anything to do with like social media presence, it was generally, I feel like it was, can I say it was the streets that blew it up?
Yeah, because there was conflict in it.
Yeah.
So people always wanted to hear what people had to say about each other, and then things that will go viral, innit?
It was before the censorship as well.
Okay.
Before everything was censored.
What's that? What is that censorship?
Well, you see, like when there was loads of like drama going on in London, crime rate, this and that, the police started to blame it predominantly on the music.
Okay.
So they wasn't saying it was anything to do with this factor or this factor. They just said, yo, it's drill music.
Okay.
And they opened up a whole unit just to monitor online. So they set up a whole police online unit where they would monitor Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, what's coming out. And they basically, it created like a little limbo land, because America could get away with it. They could say whatever they want.
Yeah.
Look at Chicago.
Yeah.
Look at New York. Look at all the states that have been dissing each other, and people have been dying, and people brag about it. It stays online. But with YouTube, in the UK, they believed that drill music was the cause of all the drama, of all the beef. So
it's time drill was beef drama before drill.
So they made a bunch of rules saying, okay, you can't say names. You can't diss people, you can't diss areas, you can't throw up anti-gang signs, and then they classed it as cyberbullying.
Okay.
So before, because technically, YouTube says in its terms and conditions that you can rap violence as long as it's in an artistic form.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're turning it into art.
Yeah.
You're not, because you can't go on YouTube and say, I'm going to do this to this person, I'm going to do this to that person, because that's a threat.
Yeah.
However, if you sing it, you're turning it
into,
so there's ways to bend the rule.
So was your YouTube on the verge of being deleted?
Oh yeah.
Was you ever scared about that?
Yeah, I was shook.
Like your YouTube, because you was bringing out maybe like 80% of drill music in the UK, maybe 90%.
Yeah.
Like the go-to place was drill music. So was there no verge of like
No,
YouTube?
there was about 6 months of panic. There was literally, I would wake up one day, 100 videos deleted. Strikes, just like, nearly like 100 strikes. I'll call up my YouTube manager, like, yo, like what's gonna happen, this and that. And he was like, oh no, you're lucky, 100 videos got deleted, but it counts as 1 strike. And then I'll breathe, a week later, another like 20 videos get deleted. So I didn't know what was gonna happen next.
Yeah.
And then that's when YouTube called us in for a meeting.
Yeah.
Like it called in some of the other channel owners, and Met came as well, the unit that was monitoring.
Okay.
So they wanted to, because they was like, YouTube was like, oh, we're losing money from advertisers, but at the same time, they knew that they could face something greater because they was just sectioning a certain genre and deleting it off YouTube, which shouldn't be allowed. If that's the case, delete all rap videos then.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Or
course.
even so, like look at heavy metal, rock music.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of that's telling people like take drugs, commit suicide, cut yourself, do this. Now, I'm not saying all of them do, but I'm saying there are songs. So why isn't that being deleted? Why is it only our genre that's getting targeted? Do you know what I mean? Why? Because there's a lot of focus on the news. Now, look, London's crime rate's even higher. There's not much. Majority of the drill music now like that. There's not much drill music coming out and blowing up, so people aren't hearing it. So really and truly, where was the factor?
Facts.
But,
Facts.
But yeah, back to your point. I think it was around just when drill kind of blew up, not commercially, but within our like reach.
Space.
That's when like Press Play started like gaining the subscribers' attention. And obviously the Plugged In came and that boosted it more.
Just tell, like, going to the hood, bro, you obviously, like, are you from the hood? Are you from, what area are you from?
Yeah, I would say I grew up in an area called South Acton Estate.
So you're from the hood?
But
I know about South Acton.
I wouldn't say I participated.
But you're from the culture. I look at people, everyone you're from the culture, bro. Like, you're from estates, you're from areas that you're from it. And the reason why I'm asking that, because it's like, bro, you're like, you're a white brother going to the hood, bro. You're going to Peckham, you're going to Brixton, and you're filming music videos, like, involved, you're in the thick of it. Have you ever had any, because see with me, is like, I would hang around with certain people. Like, I had my old friend, like, I would hang around with Turk, used to talk to Turk. Then I have the whole of East London flipping hating me because I used to talk to Turk. Do you know what I'm trying to say? These time I'm not involved in you lot's mix up. But it's like you shooting videos for you staying so neutral, going from 1 week you're going to that estate, but the next week that person's got. Has anyone ever said anything to you?
Yeah. Do you know what it is? When I wasn't as big, the threats were left, right, and centre.
Like messaging on Snap.
Like I think it wasn't. Snapchat weren't even popping then.
Okay.
This was like when like Gas Gang days.
Okay. Yeah.
In Brixton in East London before, like the old school beef basically. The old generation of rappers that I was filming. Like that was a lot. They took a lot of things to heart. They took, if you'd film, especially a lot of people like to do up-block videos. I'm not sure if you remember. And as a cameraman, you don't get warned. And especially because I'm not from your area, they'll be like, we're just going 5 minutes down the road. Because where I was
up-block videos, they're going to the up-block to do a video. And you're just going there, you don't even know.
Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes, remember, I'm like 15, I'm not driving yet. I'm catching train or bus everywhere. So I'm just with my little rucksack going to, like, let's say Brixton or somewhere in South, where I might not know the areas completely, like all the politics yet. Like I'm still learning. Like now I know the whole layout of everything, but back then you didn't know. Then next thing you know, you'll jump in some older's car in a dinger, and it'll be taking. We're just going to a location 5 minutes down the road, and then you're filming. And you're confused why they're pointing middle fingers at the sign, or they're slapping it and throwing champagne on it and doing things, and you're just filming it. Next thing you know, you edit it, put it out, you're getting bare threats on Facebook these days. Like, yo, if you ever come to this, you're done.
No
I'm
way.
gonna chef you up, I'm gonna do this. The threats were endless constantly. There were so many situations where I think, but after a while, I started doing. I think I did like 2 or 3 up-block videos, and I started understanding and started speaking to the artists, telling them, yo, I'm not...
You're not involved, bro. You're just here you're just building your channel and you're helping them. Because a lot of artists, their life has changed and they're not doing that stuff no more from music. But
a lot of what was happening, what was good is where I was filming a lot of the olders that were rapping first. So I would help them out because I was starting something. I'll do a lot of free videos and they appreciated that a lot. So that almost gave me a sort of like protection in a way. It was like, oh, okay, look, Danny's come and he's shot about 20 music videos for us for free. Like, leave him alone. Like if he does something, like if our ops film a video with him and they're paying him, put money in his pocket. He's doing us favors to let him live.
Yeah,
and then I basically replicated that formula across the whole of London.
Yeah.
So I'm more or less just moving freely around the whole of London.
Man, that's good, man. Well, you built out your business, and big respect to you, because sometimes I look at even the people from my area or other people, and it's like, I'll be real with you, it's always the Asian and white brothers that flipping build mad flipping platforms.
Yeah.
It's never like, it's big shout out to Posty, big shout out to Rashid. But bro, like there's so many things here. When I tap in with so many people, and I'll be like, how did you build that? And then it's like, we're not advanced, or we don't look at things like that. We don't look at things to build a platform. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, I always try to encourage. Like, a lot of people see the stuff that I do, and then they will follow suit. But it's very important that people see and listen to your story and be like, look, if you want to start your own YouTube now, a lot of artists are dropping their own music on their own YouTube channels. You get me? But let's just get to the question. Like, why is the music? Look, I've been away for 3.5 years. I've been away, bro. 3.5 years. I haven't entertained nothing. You get me? Obviously, we both live in Dubai, bro. Why is the music industry so bad? Like, why has it failed? Like, why is it at this state? Like, this is the state. It's what stage would you say is at now? I
think it's gotten so backwards that we're back in like 013, 014.
Yeah.
But with a bit more benefits.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like there's more of a divide now, innit? Like the artists that have blown are blown.
Yeah.
The artists that haven't blown, there's no middle now.
There's no middle.
See, before there was a middle. You'll get artists that are not known, getting barely any views. Then you'll get artists that are getting like 500,000 on the verge of blowing, and then you'll get the guys that are getting millions and they're signed.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's no middle gap now.
No, there's not.
Nah, that's it. But even like a lot of artists have fallen off. There's a lot of artists in jail as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I don't know.
What did you say to the artists that are falling off? I'm seeing, listen, bro.
It's sad.
I'm looking on GRM, and I'm seeing artists that will clap at least 70, 90K views in a day, getting 4.5K views. Sad. And I'm saying, how? Yeah. But then, it's not how. I'm listening to their music, and I realize it's the exact same shit, bro.
Yeah.
You're recording the exact same sound, the exact same music, thinking that you're gonna stream the way how you streamed 3 years ago.
No, but that's what a lot of artists think, innit? They think the formula to their music is make one hit song, and if that worked, try replicate it again and again and again. Don't get me wrong, for some artists it works.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Some artists are smart. They might drop the same type of song every 6 months. Yeah. But what would happen with these artists, I think, they tried it, or they tried to do different music, it didn't work, and they tried to go back to the old sound.
I'm with you. So what? Name 3 factors, would you say, why the music industry has declined to how it is now? Like what's the 3 factors off your head?
I'll say the number 1 is the consumers.
Consumers?
Yeah, I think the fans that originally liked the UK scene might have grown up.
Okay.
Especially drill music.
Okay.
But even like, if you go back to like I don't know what type of genre you would call it, but remember like Rams, Notes, Young Asen, Hardy Caprio. I don't know what section genre you would put that in, but remember how popping that was. And them lot was getting what?
Yeah.
40 million, 20 million. Rams even got over 100 million views. You know what I mean? But now
that genre, because when drill came in, that genre died down. That genre, drill rubbed out a lot of genres for a long time.
No, but I wouldn't say it rubbed it out, because you still had like NSG dropping.
Yeah, NSG dropped, and I feel that NSG had reason why NSG dropped, but their audience, they done very good because their culture was more African. Like it was their music was great, and it was like they still carried culture, and their styling, I reckon, was 10-10. The reason why I said their styling was 10-10 because they had a brand identity. They didn't go down the route of who can dress the drippiest LV. They had a styling brand identity.
When you heard them or saw them, you knew it was NSG.
Yes.
So it worked.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So they can go in and out with any artist, and they then obviously they're doing tours in different countries.
Yeah. So they're getting a fan base from all around the world rather than just UK.
So you're saying that the consumer, what about the other two?
I think the platforms and the blog pages.
Okay.
I feel like at the start of the UK scene, the blog pages were just posting new music for free.
Yeah.
They were supporting.
Yeah.
Hard. They were just like, yeah, this sounds cold, I'm posting it up. They was building their own platform as well. And to build your own platform, what do you need? Content.
Yeah.
So they was just taking everything left, right and center for free, uploading it. Then they got the following, then they sat back and said, yeah, I'm charging everyone now.
Yeah.
So
there's one person, there's one person that posts, and if he likes something and he fucks with something that's made you think, I feel like made you think, look, everyone has a business, everyone has bills to pay, it's period, isn't it? But made you think, you will get more of an opportunity, a chance to get on Made You Think's page than any other page. Like as a up and coming, or as an up and coming artist, and he'll give his honest opinion. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But what's the third one?
The third one, I think for the drill scene, I'll say it was the police censorship.
Yeah, because AM and Skendo, they was messed for a few years. They had an injunction or something.
Yeah, but they were still allowed to release music. I think with AM and Skendo, I would say obviously the censorship thing played a big role, but I would say it was a bit more than that. I think there was more things behind the scenes that kind of affected. I think, you know what it is as well? I think
they done a tune with Chief Keef, bro. They went to America and done a tune with Chief Keef. That's a big thing for the scene, bro.
It was, but then again, that as well, I think that was too late.
Yeah.
Like, Chief Keef it would have been great if they'd done it while Chief Keef was popping. Do you know what I mean? That's like, I don't know, that's like Potter Paper right now doing a song with Jadakiss.
Oh,
it's a great thing, but Potter's relevant, not Jada's just a big name in the, do you know what I mean? Or like an old school legend, do you know what I mean? So it was great, but I don't think it made like an impact as, for example, like internationally, like let's say what like Russ did, or let's say what a couple other artists, even like Tion or Digger, have gained international attention to the UK scene. Do you know what I mean? So, and also I feel like a lot of artists, when they blow up, they have a lot of yes men around them.
Of course they do.
And they just say, yeah, this sounds hard. Yeah, this sounds hard. You listen to the tape, it's just terrible.
I'm gonna say my three. So my first one, bro. This is a big one. Is I'm gonna do a full YouTube video about this one here, but it's bookings, bro. Bookings. I feel like when artists get to a certain level, they always overcharge promoters more that they should, and then they just don't end up getting booked. The whole point, of this thing is to go up and down the UK. If you can go to 200 shows. There are people that have they don't even know who you are in Liverpool, Bradford, Exeter, But as soon as you go to these shows or whatnot, they will Shazam your music, or you would start getting on the radar. So when you start now releasing more music, or you start doing them things, that's how you start growing your fan base. This is why for me, I was always, obviously with Rimzy, I look at Rimzy's campaign when he does his project, and I respect it in terms of he goes everywhere. A lot of people are gonna start doing that. People are like the big artists.
The old school strategy, aren't they? The artists used to go to different towns and hand out their CDs.
But I think artists are lazy. The reason why I think artists are lazy because old school, that's what you're doing to grow. What are we too bougie to do that now? Are we that powerful? Are we that powerful to drop things on DSP and think it's gonna do that things, or what? Or you just don't have the right team?
You know what? If you said this point a year ago or 2 years ago, I would fully agree. But also now, recently, obviously with the UK economy falling and everything that's going on, the nightclub industry, if you look at the statistics, it's dipped down.
My business partners, he's had to sell up.
A lot of people I know that have had shares in nightclubs, like even the uni, because the uni ones was the main one that artists were promoting. You know, Campuses. The Prisms, Liquid, Attics, all of them. Because I remember even Sneakbo, I was following Sneakbo for a whole year, just being his cameraman, filming at all his shows. The guy was the guy was grinding. He was charging $1,000 sometimes. He was like the most popular artist back then in the underground.
But he was building up his thing, innit?
Yeah, he was charging $1,000, 5 bills, 2.5 bags, this and that. 2 cities a night, just driving up and down the country.
Yeah.
Half the people in the crowd knew him, half didn't.
Yeah.
But that's a whole half of a new, like you were saying,
New
fan
audience.
base that you'll get.
Yeah.
But like I said, maybe last year, but this year, the decline in, no one wants to go out. The cost of living is so bad there that no one ain't going out no more.
100%. And another thing, I feel like it's far-fetched. This is why, obviously, we've linked with this, we're having this conversation. Obviously, we're trying to build back the scene because if we don't do it,
no one else.
No one ain't doing it. No labels. No one else ain't doing it, bro. Trust me.
The labels are definitely not doing it.
They're not doing it.
They're taking their profits from.
They took their profits and whatever. So this is another thing: is there's no great management. Like really, there's like 1 or 2%. I respect a lot of managers, but there's a lot of artists that will make their friends be their manager and they have no knowledge, experience, no knowledge. And I'm not saying don't make your friends be a manager, and I know it's easy said than done because they'll be like, then who can I get to be my manager? That's it. Who can I get to be my manager? Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I think that's an area where I think the hardest part is the artist. Once they release a drop, once they release a music, they drop a music and it goes viral, the hardest part is they've gone viral is to do that again and become an artist and not just a one hit.
But you know what? I feel like a lot of artists do that and then they end up getting depressed or going crazy because they can't do it again.
Yes.
And that's where, like you said, a good manager comes in, because a manager's got to be more. I feel like a manager now has got to be way more than a manager. They got to be a mentor. They got to support you, not just financially, but like I said, mentally, and just get you, because you're a brand, innit? You're like realistically, you're a product. Because you're selling something continuously to people, innit? And I feel like artists just get too comfortable with one song, think that it's going to continue paying them forever, and when it dips, they end up. I've seen a lot of artists lose their mind, but even saying that, why would you want to come back? Now when it's at its.
Do you know why?
Are you trying to be like the music superhero?
No, it's not that I'm trying to be the music superhero. For me, is that I've been watching the game for 3.5 years, and I feel like I'm in the position that I'm in now. That I'm self-funded. I don't need to rely on no artist percentage to make my money. I'm good.
You're good.
And I feel like when I was in the music scene, it was a good space, and then we got into a space where it was so congested, and then it was like I got my flowers, bro. I got my flowers. I might have not got my flowers from the industry, like as a whole, like certain, like you know, like
but
you
see. Who is the industry?
I class the industry as the movement on social media. There's like Stormzy says yes, every blog page says yes. Do you know what I mean? It will be a ripple effect that people post. Do you get me? My thing is, bro, like, and that's all good. But coming up and coming artists, my flowers I've been getting messages, do you know what I mean? But it's not anything to save the industry, it's just to prove a point. It was like with Little Man. Like, Little Man, we had a breakdown in communication, we fixed things. Little Man dropped from how many K followers to 506. Now it's back up to 800 and something K followers. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I don't work with him no more, but I'm just saying, it's so easy to bring people back, but I didn't want to work with no individuals no more. So in my head, I'm saying, look, the scene, in order for the scene to grow, I need to teach people the business side of music, because they need to be much. Like, if I develop 500 music managers, say for instance I develop 500 music managers, and man's behind the scenes shadowing them in terms of having the weekly webinars, shadowing them, and they're picking whatever artist they want. But once that's just gonna be a domino effect in months to come. Even musicians, if they learn the business side of music, I feel like once musicians and up and coming music managers and people know the business side of music, then there's no more gatekeepers, bro. That's what right now people think. Yeah, the method to my madness. Like people think what I'm saying. Yeah, it's gonna go over everyone's head until a year down the line where people see it. Yeah, and they're gonna be like, raw. Like labels are gonna be like, oh my days, we can't now. Like this thing is more controlled. Like the up and coming, like they control this thing. So for me, it's like, this is why I reached out to you. I'm saying, look, this is what we need to do. You have a platform. You're not heavily in the labels. You haven't been swayed by the labels. A lot of these label people, like there's the industry, bro, and you know how everyone's close together in the industry.
Labels have done me dirty more than countless times. Because like it's funny that you even say like people say,
without saying any label names, but how much money do you reckon labels owe you? Without even saying it.
We're in the millions though.
You're in the millions, so it's like, so do you see the facts? Like, for me, the people that work at the labels, I have total respect for them.
No, I've gone to court with them. I've gone to court.
And you spent a lot of money.
And then even then, like, they're loyal, like...
That's a conversation we'll speak about. We'll never speak the label's name because we're very smart. We're not getting we ain't trying, nothing hasn't been done. But what I'm trying to say to you is, if labels owe you millions, and the deal structure for a label deal, why does every artist are so happy when they sign?
And then after,
they start blaming the labels. I'm saying it can't always be the labels. I'm saying you have to put whatever's in your agreement. It's that you got to take accountability. But I'm asking you, why is that?
I feel like you said, the educational point of things, isn't it?
When
I got done over by the labels, and I admit it's my fault. I got done dirty, but it is my fault. But in a way, it's kind of that argument where it's like when people say, something's bad happened to them. But it's their fault because they took a left and not a right. But you just took a different path. It's not your fault you got hurt. Do you know what I mean? So that's all it was. I was just uneducated in terms of contracts, understanding things.
Same thing.
And then
So you've been done for millions. I've been done for over 100K from learning, innit? We're students to the game. We've always been students. There ain't no one had to teach us. We've had to learn on the way. But this is why this video is so important. And a lot of people are gonna this is gonna go over a lot of people's heads until a year down the line when you see the culture actually growing. But we're taking this power from the labels, from these music lawyers. You get me? Because just have it right, bro. You're a musician, you jump into music, you blow up, bruv. Have you got a music lawyer? They're all friends. They're all friends, bro. They're all friends. They probably link up. You're doing this case. You're gonna get your music lawyer take 10%, or you.
They make deals. Do you know what it is? You gotta understand as well. We're in it.
Yes.
So we understand it.
Yes.
That's why you even say, people don't. It'll go over people's head, and it's a method of madness. But you gotta understand, there's certain people that are not involved, that are involved in the industry, but they're not involved.
Yes.
If you get what I mean. So to them, all they see is artists, labels, influencers, platforms. They don't see the mechanics that goes behind everything. They don't see the dark side of the industry. They don't see the snakiness that happens and what really goes on.
They don't see that.
They just see what they see on the screens, what they see on the TV. Do you get it? That's why when you say a lot of things this happened because of this, or you're doing vlogs and talking about certain artists' career or certain situations, the people won't get it because they haven't been like down, like what they say in it, they haven't been in our shoes before, and it's true, they haven't been in certain board meetings with certain labels, and they haven't seen certain contracts, they haven't been put in a lot of predicaments, and I feel like the UK is mad judgy as well. Like,
of course it is,
if you make one decision, then everyone's like, and it was wrong, and everyone's like, they should have did this, they should have did that. But really and truly, if they was put in the same position at that time, they probably would have made the same decision as you.
Yeah, of course. But it's so easy. Remember, all the people that judge are the people that's never achieved the things that man's achieved. But you have all these people that will rate something, and they can rate something with their own opinion because everyone is entitled for their opinion. But you do actually see people saying, this marketing campaign was whack. But I'm like, how is this marketing campaign was whack? Like, show me the marketing campaign that you've done. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So going into it, for me is like, I ain't got no problem with the labels. I love everyone that works there. They do a great job. They get treated like shit. The people that work in the labels, they get their pay shit. They get treated like shit.
But they're actual nice people.
They're actual nice people. So that whole, just how everything is worked, the whole system is left. But for me to make a comeback to music, everything that I need, I have. I don't need nothing, bro. I don't need nothing. Everything that I need, I have. I don't need to take Spotify for dinner. I don't need to take Apple Music for dinner. I don't need to take Amazon for dinner. I don't need nothing. 9 times out of 10, even the artists that you see coming through, you won't even think you've got anything to do with me, because that's how we're doing things different. I think when you do things out in the open, a lot of evil eye, a lot of people start whispering. But this time round, I feel like we need to give the power to the people. So that's why I think, with us, obviously we need to announce our collaboration in terms of giving the power to the people, and yeah, I think it's up and coming, and the managers to be the producers' time now, man.
No, 100% it is. I feel like if they're more educated, they're more ready, they're more. So
imagine creating, like, because obviously I've gone live with my group. It's got over 1,000 members in a couple of days. Of course, it was gonna do that because people are releasing music and they're not connecting and they're losing loads of money. So it's like collaborating with Press Play and creating opportunities where we're shooting people's music videos, we're structuring people's marketing structure, we're flying people out to Dubai. There's loads of other things. We're doing live events, we're doing writing camps, do you know what I mean, for up and coming music artists, because everything has got to do with established music artists, but it's not got to do with up and coming music artists. But we have all the power. Once we create that, we have all the power and we dictate. And we want to make sure that they're aware. When people are trying to distribution and people are sending out this, bro, I'm behind you. And none of these people need to know that I'm behind you. I don't want nothing from you. I don't want your 20%. I don't want your management fees. I just want to make sure you get the best deal structure, that you're in and out and you're good. And that's what we're giving to the people.
And also just learning from our previous mistakes as well.
Bro.
Like, you've been a manager in certain situations of artists. I've been a manager in certain situations of artists. It's good to also teach other people that are trying to become managers what to look out for, what not to do, what kind of situations you can get yourself into as well. Because there's always lessons to be taught from failures, do you know what I mean? Because it's easy to tell people, just go down this path and do this and do this and do this, but rarely people get taught, okay, but if this does happen, this is how you bounce back from it. And that's one thing, I feel like that's what's kept me going. It's the bounce backs.
The bounce backs,
not the, what's it called, not the achievements.
But the clean hearts always win, bro, at the end. You don't think that?
Nah. I'm not in the entertainment industry.
Nah, it's dark.
It's dark.
For me, clean heart won on my end only because I just carried on working. Even in the long run, but the music industry is a dark place, and if we don't do what I've kind of clocked, what I've looked, I think it's the right time. I don't, like I say it again, I don't need anything from no industry. They leave me alone. I just crack on. I don't need to have a conversation. Listen, everything is in place. We're here. Everything is thought through. Our backing is, people's brain can't comprehend when it's the right time to have a record label, but it's the right time to develop the artist first. When it's the right time to have a record label, they'll be getting more record deals, better ones, not 80-20.
Not 360 deals.
360 deals.
But that's what, do you know what it is? You got to understand as well, a lot of people knew how to take advantage of certain artists that never had money. So an artist that the most they've ever seen maybe is 5 bags or even a bag. Because statistically, if you look at how much money people actually hold, it's very low, especially now, but especially in like council estates, young artists that, let's say they're not even on the roads making money, they're just normal, they're just on the block. Let's be real, they don't have a lot. So when certain people come into them saying, oh, here's 60 grand for a single, they're thinking, whoa, you already know what their first purchases are going to be, but they're throwing money at people thinking, oh, they're going to help me, but really and truly, a lot of it's market share. A lot of it's, do you know what I mean? You know, you've been through the back end of the business.
Because I remember, like I was saying in my previous YouTube, it was called Exposing the Music Industry. But I was saying to dig that, do not sell Air Force. This independent song is on how many million streams, whatever, 40 million, whatever. It's gone gold. It's probably almost hitting platinum. You get me? But all that money goes to him. So what's the importance? You've seen the streams. There's a few songs that you've been involved in, or you know that's powerful. What would you say around that? Streams.
No, for artists that have a blown up song, I'll definitely say keep it independent. Yeah. A lot of, do you know what it is? There's a lot of different mixed views on it. A lot of people will say, no.
Remember I spoke about the hazy thing?
Yeah. And I remember when you spoke about the hazy thing, and I even saw, I think it was UKL posted on his Snap. Yeah. And I think he disagreed with you. Yeah. He said, if this song, I think, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he said something along the lines of, if this song never had label backing or this, it wouldn't have gone anywhere. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't really agree with that. The reason why I don't really agree with that, because on that journey of that song, the song blew up on TikTok. So even if you put that song out on all streaming platforms without any music video, the song will have started getting crazy views and crazy streams. And then even if you carried on focusing on TikTok and started pumping a lot of money into challenges, the streams will have gone up. So really and truly, the only thing that the song needed, was a little bit of distribution. Because if we're saying how much, if you look at the remix, bro, the remix didn't have a music video. So what are we talking about? Where's the budget of the song then? Because the remix had Unknown T, Digga D, and Millions. Where's the music video for it? Why is people's faces on it with no music video? So where I'm looking at it, and then when I looked at the actual song, the visuals of the song, it looked like it cost like £2,000, bro. It's outside Liverpool Stadium. The production. So my thing was this, So it's like there was no. So what I didn't see, as a label, I didn't see a massive label campaign around it. Like, cool. It went on certain playlists, Spotify playlists. It would have happened anyway.
Whatever distributor you would have put it with, they would have said, yo, the song's popping, let us pitch it more, radio, this, that.
It would have happened anyway. Organically. So what I'm basically saying, is labels, like, if labels are so good, where's all the artists now? Where are they? Like, guys,
they're not saving.
Where are all the artists right now? If labels are so good, because we always hear signed by a label and you have this engine behind you.
But it's like a dream, innit?
Where is everyone? Where's all the artists?
They all think it's an end goal, innit? But it's not.
Where are they? No disrespect, guys. But even the big artists are struggling. Like, they're even struggling. They're not getting the numbers that they should be getting. So I'm saying, guys, there's a big problem here. Like, what's the big problem? But if we want to say that the labels are so great, all the artists that they've signed now, they all should be doing a madness. They should be doing madness.
They're all trying to leave, innit?
SR, how much?
SR, that backs your hazy point as well, because SR Welcome to Brixton, I don't think he sold that. I think he kept that independently distributed. And I think that's on, if I was to even check here, if I'll get Spotify up quickly, I think that's definitely past. I remember he posted like a year ago, you know, the plaque. Yeah, Welcome to Brixton's on 200 million views. Streams.
That's crazy,
just on Spotify.
Bro. That's
so
crazy.
Imagine Apple Music, all the other distributions.
That's crazy, bro. 200 million streams. You've built, SR has built a residual income of around 8 to 10 bags a month, of that track just coming in for a long time, going into your account. Just take that in, guys. Just as a road, you've hit that song and you're making 8 to 10,000 pounds for like 5 years.
I don't know who told him.
Like in and around, but that's very smart. Like and the label didn't get their hands on that. And if the label did get their hands on that, they probably would have signed the song for 50K.
Yeah, I think that's what they offered him initially. I think he made a post about it or something.
So that's why, because I did see something on Snap. This is years ago, and obviously you don't need to comment on this, but I know it was on your platform, and I know it evolved around Fumes, and I know that SR, from his song being independent and he knowing about streams, I know that what was the point of you jumping on a plugged in if the deal structure is not right? The deal structure needs to be right.
The deal structure that he got offered was dead.
So
it was terrible. I don't know why Fumes offered him so little.
So it's like, but this is what I mean. So it's like, you need to do your homework about this artist, bro, and know what artists are what. Because it's like, if you're approaching me, you think that I need your platform, no disrespect, but at the time you think I need your platform, even if I do need your platform, just talk about the deal structure. Because if I own 100%, of this Welcome to Brixton and it's bringing in this much streams, and you want to offer me
something silly, I think it was like 7 bags or something.
Bro, come on, bro, man.
It was ridiculous. Do you know what it is?
But this is what I mean about educating artists. So if all these artists knew and they were educated, bro, it's all up and coming artists knew about labels and they were educated, then flipping, they'll be more advanced in terms of like, they'll have more money within themselves. They'll have more.
You know what it is? I think with Fumes, I think he tried to pull a fast one, innit? Because Fumes' business structure on Plugged In, it was, I will offer you what your last 3 songs averagely make. And I think they saw Welcome to Brixton, I think it might have been on 50 million streams, but that's still a lot of streams.
Yeah.
Even 10 million is a lot, But I think they saw 50 million, and then his last 2 before that weren't on as much. So I think they tried to base it off, okay, this song might be a one-off.
Yeah.
So let me just averagely, and it was wrong, innit?
So why do you just go 50-50s or whatever, or 70-40, 70-30s? I just don't understand that.
Yeah, I didn't understand a lot of decisions that were made during the whole Plugged In.
I know Potter Paper didn't go and Plugged In. I think he put something up as well. Cause I've been, but at the same time, at that Fume and yourself, Plugged In was on your platform. I'm not gonna go all into it. Yeah, but I'm saying I'm not gonna go into it. But it was a great connect thingy, and I always respect Fume for creating a space, for drill artists to drop, and they got their own space and they're blowing up. Like they're still blowing up. The business side of things, that's down to whatever. You get me?
That was messy.
That's down to whatever, because at the end of the day, man can still, like, you can still reach out to artists and be like, I'll pay for your music. I'll pay for this song. I'll give you 5 bags for the song. I'll give you 3 bags. And they might just be like, I need this money now. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So there is like 2.
Do you know what it is? It might be biased to say this, but I think I respect Plugged In more than Fumes. In a way. I respect the platform. Do you get me? Because like you said, I was in behind the scenes, I know how everything was done. I respect the platform, what the platform did. Was like, don't get me wrong, I'll give him his credit, his flowers. Obviously he created it, he came up with the idea, but there was a lot more behind the scenes. But like, Plugged In was, I think after Plugged In, the industry kind of fizzled out. Do you know what I mean? It's sad.
It is sad.
I think about it every day. I'm like, oh,
it's sad, man.
The drill scene, like, it's just. Like,
no, but listen, I don't know what genre of music would you say that's coming next?
We don't even know. Everyone's saying UK, the real rap stuff is coming back, but
it just takes. All it takes is one look. What I kind of clock in this thing is a domino effect, innit? All it takes is 1 or 2 people to have a great R&B artist, and then all of a sudden everyone's doing R&B music. Do you know what I mean? Everyone has a sound. Look, there's a lot of people sound like Meets Manny. There's a lot of people sound like Central C. Do you get what I'm trying to say? At the time, a lot of people sound like Lowski. So I feel like.
But don't you think? Do you ever feel like real rap was ever big in the UK?
No, I don't think it's got a mainstream. It's not mainstream. I think for the streets,
it's perfect.
It's perfect for the streets. That's why a lot of real rappers will say, I don't really get looked at as to get on that mainstream ladder.
Remember back in the day, remember the days where we had Joe Black, Benny Banks, DVS before all the, what's it called? Young Spray, even when he started.
Young Spray was the truth though. Like even in Joe, like everyone know that was.
Hard to Kill bro, like he had a lot. But like remember Jay Spades as well.
Yeah, bro, like, Jay Spades had his space when that came out.
He did a song with what's the name? With Waka Flocka.
I remember
he had Waka Flocka in Hackney. And he did a whole music video. But that's what I'm saying. We would remember that, but how?
That was way before that wasn't way, but that was just before the industry started blowing. No one wasn't getting 100K for one single.
Nah.
Like 100K for one single started coming when 22. Is it 22? The artist 3-2. Not
23.
23.
I'm not even gonna sing the song. I don't even know the lyrics. But yeah.
But I'm saying that's when these
23 unofficial. That's something. Yeah.
23. That's when these single deals started coming through. Then, bro, like that scene started coming up through. Like that's when like people was like, because look, even like there's Lowski and Dig That tune. Record labels saying we've never ever signed a song, just one song without any options. We're saying.
What do you mean options for like an album? Or
options for singles. You know, usually that labels they will be like, I will sign a song for 90K with an option or with two options.
Yeah,
so that means that it's just like, okay, cool. We have an option to do another song if we really want to. You're not let loose. You're with us. You're in this deal for a little. We got 3 songs out of you. You. But the Lowski and Dig That song, I made sure that it was
one song,
just one song, no options.
Moving, yeah.
This is the price of the song. I think the song was like 70, 80K.
No, but I think labels started to see the value in it.
This was, but bro, they said we've never ever done a song without, like we've always done song, we always had to do a song with options. I said, bro, we're not signing then. I said, this one song we'll do and then we'll go from there. We want to see how you are as a label. What do you mean?
What label
see how the same label that Headie One was with.
Relentless.
Relentless. Oh, okay. Relentless bought the song and then Lowski was signed upstairs to 93, since 93.
Oh yeah.
So they had to then.
Oh, I hate them.
Yeah.
Big up Sony though, but yeah.
So yeah, I know there's a lot of politics. So, but yeah, so but I remember.
No, the hate. See some of the hate I have for some of.
They've dealt with you wrong.
Bro,
don't worry, we're coming.
Since 93 of the work,
we're coming.
Like, done.
Nah, I do rate Ricky though. Ricky's my guy. I don't know the ins and outs, but I like Ricky's my guy. But remember, labels is just, that's what I'm trying to say. Inside the label is like, bro, there's a lot that goes on there. Goes on in there. But we dictate the artists before they get there, bro. So bro, for man, it's like, I don't care if an artist signs to a label, but I just want to make sure that they're good.
Yeah,
so now man's gonna be the spokesman and help these up and comers. We need to, because if the industry's not gonna grow like that, then like when man came in the scene, people were laughing at me like, you're a music manager, like what? Like
swear down.
Yeah, they were laughing at me, but what man done with Dig That, bro, a lot of people started being like, this is man's way in. This is legit money. We're from the streets.
Yeah. But you see like the whole journey, because the thing is, like as platforms, as managers, as people, we see the talent before they even get seen by a label. Do you know what I mean? A label can't. The labels rarely find artists. Just off like, oh, like for example, I found Russ on Twitter. When he had 100 followers, he must have remixed a song from his ops that were from Lewisham. He did a remix. I said, yo, it's hard, you should do a music video. And he was debating, he was like, oh, are you sure, is it even worth doing a music video? He did a song that was like 1.5 minutes long. I went, I filmed it, we put it out the next day. It got 20,000 views in a day. We were so gassed. Imagine that, them days. 20K, now if an artist gets 20K views in a day, they get depressed.
Yeah, no, bro.
Back then, we got 20K views, and it was just like amazing.
Of course it was,
So we find a lot of the talent, a lot of the artists, a lot of the people before they even...
This is why we need to control this side, and then you make alliances with the right people from the labels, because like people like Austin, they're good people. Austin's a good guy. He's done a lot for the scene. So obviously, but not every artist is gonna want to go independent. Not every artist is gonna see the bigger picture. Some of them just gonna want to cut the check and then gonna want to figure it out. And it's not for man to say that you can and you can't do, but it's important that you build your relationships with the people that you be like, okay, these lot fucked me over. I ain't bringing none of these artists over here. Man just not doing it. But man knows a good team of them, and I know that they will be looked after over here.
No, because I feel like a lot of, you know what, this brings my next point as well. So obviously, there is sometimes we get annoyed at the labels, right? But there's sometimes they do play a big significance.
Parcaloon, they done great with Parcaloon. But go on.
Because even like, for example, have you seen a lot of artists that think they're too big, leave the label, and think that they can go independent.
Yeah.
And it's going to be easy, smooth sailing. And then they get confused when they drop a single and they're like, raw, like, why does no one know about it? But they're forgetting there's about 30 people in that office emailing all the playlists, emailing all the DJs, plugging your thing in everywhere, pushing it, running some adverts here and there, a billboard that. Remember, the artists ain't doing nothing. They're just doing the music video, dropping it. The label's doing all the work. Because it is, don't get me wrong, a label is a good force to have behind you.
Of course. If you have the right idea and you have the right, if you have the right campaign, the right team. If you had a Dave team and you had Dave, if you had the Central C team and you had Central C, if you had the Stormzy team, I'm saying, but I'm not saying, but you still have to respect D Block Europe.
Yeah, of course.
They're the biggest in the country. No one's not sold as much tickets as them. No one can't tell me different. I don't care about how much followers, nothing. D Block Europe are the biggest artists in the country. Argue with yourself. I'm saying how it is. Other people will beg to differ, but I'm saying let's talk about.
No, they are.
Let's talk about your touring tickets. Forget about Spotify streams. I listen to a song on Spotify and automatically the algorithms will automatically the next song will come on is to the biggest artist in the flipping the UK. Bro. I didn't pick that. That's an algorithm, bro. You get what I'm trying to say? Just not talk about Spotify streams. Just talk about hard ticket sales.
With algorithms as well, like you've got the Spotify algorithm, right? And then you've got TikTok. How powerful do you think TikTok is right now?
Powerful, bro. TikTok is very powerful. I'm locked in with TikTok, so they've sent me a whole artist growth guide, like how there's certain things that artists don't know what to apply for to even get into certain spaces. But I've never, bro, I'm on TikTok. I've almost got 300k views from TikTok from building Sunday Smoke, a boxing platform, and then being on TikTok and building a community with millions of people in. But in the artist thing, I've never experienced an artist going viral. I've never been involved in a song going viral on TikTok by an artist. What do you think? What do you think is more powerful? Spotify lands you in the UK official charts, so that now adds value to.
What's more likely for you to get Spotify playlisted or blow on TikTok then go on Spotify? Because there's artists I've worked with that all their songs, they've got 20 songs on Spotify, all their songs are on like 10k, 100k, but they got one song on like 100 mil because that song just magically went into a playlist and got lost. But what I'm saying, like, what's more likely, TikTok, your song blowing up on TikTok or Spotify?
I think your song blowing up. I think for me, an artist, we've done the hard part. So for a song to get put on Spotify playlist, it's like because we've earned it. Like now we've got our role to get listened to better people. So I don't think that Spotify is the playlists are there to help man go viral. I think that one man's come up, then they interject and then they playlist it because we've got to that stage. Do you know what I'm trying to say? When TikTok, it's more like, remember artists, they don't, like TikTok is, it's a hard one because I always see artists on TikTok doing freestyles online. And I think that if you do that, you'll just get looked at as a TikTok artist. So people will just maybe can overlook you, just be like, oh yeah, just do that every single day. He's hard, but yeah.
Wait. I need 30 seconds of your time, guys. I am building the fastest growing music community. Link in description. School. There's up and coming music artists, there's A&Rs, there's up and coming managers. We are building an ecosystem. Now, link in description. All you have to do is fill in your details and you will be accepted. Whoosh.
Would you say then, you know what's, it's mad, what would you say a TikTok rapper is? Because would you say SR is a TikTok rapper? No. I personally wouldn't, because I used to listen to him when he was called Stabber. Do you know what I mean? I listened to him before. So I already knew his journey a bit more than some people. But what is it a TikTok rapper? Is it the genre? Because I see a lot of people like, I don't know if you've seen this new artist called Leo Stay Drill.
No.
He does, like, I'll show you his music, you understand what I mean. It's not, it's not violent, but it's drilly, but it's like, you remember like Pounds?
Yeah.
Pounds would do like kind of
Pounds
more.
and SR's above, isn't it?
Yeah. And then, you know what the worst thing is? The funny thing is, Pounds, SR, and they got another brother called Nutcase.
Yeah.
All three of them had viral songs on TikTok.
Yeah.
With house remixes and everything.
Yeah, well, one of Quingface's house remix, Quingface is in jail, and his house DJ remix is.
What, with Chase and Status?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Is that gone viral?
It's gone viral, bro.
Yeah, no.
It's gone
you know
viral.
what? Yeah, I feel it for Quing, you know.
Bro, he's coming out. He's gonna do
not because of
things.
jail. Not because of jail.
Because he.
Just the music scene.
Yeah.
I feel like Quing has tried to, you know, like that gatekeeping door. Once you're through it, you're on like the levels of like H and Heavy, where you're getting 20, 30, 40, and 50. You're getting the bag now. You're getting shows. I keep feeling like Quing keeps hitting that door, coming down, hitting that door, coming down, hitting that door, and it's not breaking. And I don't know why, because I think Quing's one of the hardest artists.
Yeah.
Musically.
I reckon he's very hard. When he comes out.
But what's stopping an artist like Quing from breaking through? But then we have other artists.
Quing is real, bro. Like he's come from a very disrespectful, but I just think that the mask thing. When Dig That jumped in, he didn't have no mask, bro. We was talking the exact same was doing the exact same stuff.
Yeah.
He had no mask. He was branded different. Quing had loads of other managers. On his way, he's had 10,000 managers. He's had 10,000. He's sold this song, done this feature for that.
Went to this label, went to that.
Bro, it hasn't been straightforward. If he focused on the plan, then it would have went to where it needed to go to. Like I commented on on Festify, posted something on Central C's friend saying that, I don't know if you saw it. Central C's friend at the time was like, Central C didn't want to do a song with me or something. If I got the song, I would have signed the song rare. And then the guy was saying,
you didn't want to do a song with him.
He was saying that Central C recorded a song, but I was playing the song to the labels, and the labels wanted to sign the song.
Yeah.
So other things. I think Central C was like, we can do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Don't sell this. Nah, I'm not doing this. We can do it ourselves. You get what I'm trying to say? But I commented on it, big up the artist. I commented on, I'm saying like, the reason why Central C is where he is and his manager, they had a plan, innit?
Yeah.
So they stuck with their plan. A lot of people think, but just because the artist that's around you, I've done a feature, I jumped on the feature, it's a plan for you to release that now, but it's not a plan yet. You're not part, that plan's not yet. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But people, so I say the way how people feel entitled is like, I've blown to this level, you need to, I can give you all the tools, but you need to get to a level. Why did Central C and Dave wait so long to make a song to release it and then break timing, records? It's about timing.
It's about timing, it's about a timeline, a plan.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So obviously,
so you think what Quing had no plan, you would say, or he kept changing the plan?
Bro, when he started working, he worked with me, and he's single, his first single, Auntie, like, it's got the most, like, as a solo artist, it got his most streamed as a solo artist, Auntie. If you go look at it as a solo artist, not with the group or anything, do you know what I'm trying to say? So what I'm trying to say is, I just felt like he needs to have a solid team. If he has a solid team and a solid direction, he's not, and artists, they spend a lot of money, they show a lot of lifestyle. So if they can't afford the lifestyle that they do, then bro, like, you're gonna do yourself out, then you're gonna do features and release features by people you should never even be releasing features from. You need to be selfish, like right now.
What is in like features with the Mandem or features? No, bro, not with the Mandem.
I'm talking about with random artists. You get me?
But who did he collaborate with that was random?
You go look on there, bro. I don't want to say any names because I don't want to offend anyone, bro. But if you look through even the stuff, he would do features. A man would have to sit down and be like, bro, you can't. This is not part of the plan. You could do zone 2, bro. It's a part. It goes in with your plan. Do what you're doing. But what I'm trying to say to you is like, you might drop a feature that comes out on Link Up TV, and it's like, bro,
Yeah,
oh, he charged me 6 bags. He gave me 8 bags
yeah.
for the verse. I'm saying I know, but he's like, bro, I need the money. But I'm like,
just wait, it will come.
bro, there's a thin line with like waiting to it's like, I just need this money. And that is very detrimental for the scene. So going back to Central C and that storyline, it was like, just be patient, you get me? Because your brethren's blowing up. And right now, it don't really make sense right now, you get me, to drop this song with you. But just be patient, bro.
Yeah,
just be patient. The right time will come. Just be patient. But people will look at it and be like, what have you done for me? But it's like, bro, like, I'm on my journey. Just be patient. We're gonna do this.
Yeah, a lot of people want money now though, innit?
Yeah.
They don't see. That's one thing with Press Play as well. I didn't make no money for like 8 years.
8 years?
Like 8 years, I don't think. I made money to sustain the business.
Yeah.
But personally, I made no money.
Swear
For probably 8, 9 years of nothing.
Wow.
And I just had to just continue.
What, you didn't feel like quitting after 8?
Bro, I felt like quitting every year. You got to remember, the amount of setbacks I had was crazy. I wanted to quit all the time. I want to quit today, but I still continue. I still want to quit. Do you know what I mean? But there's something in me that always just stays a foot into the industry all the time, innit? And that's the thing. But a lot of artists do quit. And then the thing is, they decide to come back a year or two later and they think they come back at the same level. Or I feel like a lot of artists' mentality is that they always think they're still at the top. Say for example, an artist that used to get, I've had this issue with certain artists, where I want to buy a song with them, or I want to do a project, but they're not really getting any streams now. But they're trying to charge me the amount that when they was in their prime. And I feel like that's what's happening a lot now. A lot of artists are walking into like label meetings, and the labels are like, look, we'll give you a deal. We'll give you some money and we'll back you, no problem. We'll give you playlist supporting, we'll do this, we'll do that. But money-wise, we can't really offer you anything because your last 5 songs haven't even touched 100,000 streams. Fair enough, 5 years ago you were hitting 20, 30, that's great, 5 years ago, but now you're not doing nothing. And they're like, nah, I've come here for a check. And then they walk out. They're not thinking, okay, cool, I've fallen off. Let me rebuild.
That's why for me, I don't want to work with no artist
that's already
been through. I want to find artists that I'm discovering.
I think it's
and not many people know who this artist is, because I want to work with them artists. I don't want to work with no artist that's already been in. Been big,
been in the thing. Because people already see them in a certain light. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not with it, man.
So it's like, you're more likely, You see as well, like with your experience in the music industry, what would you have changed anything in the music and entertainment? Like with Dig That, with Little Man, would you have changed
at the time,
anything?
you got to understand, at the time, bro, I went through some shit, bro, on the internet. So at the time, bro, I was stressed, like shit, how am I gonna get out of this? But like I said, when I say clean hearts always win, I didn't wish no bad energy on none of them. I just carried on doing what I was doing. You get me? Bro, look where I live, bro. Like, there's a swimming pool behind me. Like, look at my place. Do you know what I'm trying to say, bro? I'm not saying it as to flex on anyone, but I'm just saying it as,
in the long
I
run,
would have never changed because now I can come back in the music scene and I know I'm coming back to stay. I know maybe in 5 years, bro, I'll have one of the biggest independent record labels where these labels, these big people are gonna sit down with me and want to talk to me, and I'm gonna be like, bro, I don't need you because
and you're not talking to the head of department, you're talking to the actual chairman.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? I know. I'll be like, look, like I could sit down and be like, okay, like, are we gonna change the infrastructure of history of music and make history, or I don't need you. I don't need no imprint now. You can't come up to me and be like, I'm gonna offer you X, Y, and Z for an imprint. I don't need you. I don't need the money. I'm backed by a hedge fund, bro. Me saying that, it's gonna go over your head, but I'm saying everything that is gonna be put in place in time, you will see slowly where it's like, man is really independent and man don't need no one.
No, because once you have your own capital and you have the right team to do the work, look, for example, Central C and YB's, his album he did, I think it was Wild West. I think they said YB spent his own money out of his own pocket, and I think he spent $1 million on marketing out of his own pocket.
Crazy.
So they're not tied into no 80-20, into no recoup. They're doing it themselves.
Yes.
So they can continue, because the recoup, let's not even get into the recoup clause. That's a whole different conversation.
We'll talk about that in a different conversation. I thought, let's wrap this up now. Yeah. Guys, comment below what you want us to talk about next. I don't know, right now we're just releasing this first interview, obviously releasing it on a few platforms. Me and Press Plays collabing together in terms of teaching you guys, man, teaching the artists, like giving you guys the gems, man. A lot of people don't want us to give you the gems. So link in description, follow this school community, follow the Press Play school community, because there's a lot of big announcements coming up, man. Make sure you like and subscribe.